Yeah. Hey, recording is in progress. Hey, everybody. It's Movie the Podcast. It's TJ, Nate, and Alec without Gogs. And Sean will be here momentarily, we think. But yeah, it's Movie the Podcast. It's your buddies. It's your bestest pals. And we watched a movie, which is not indicating the title, but I already forgot the title.
Never Let Me Go.
Not indicating the quality of the film. Never Let Me Go.
Yeah.
Written by Alex
Which is
Garland,
ironic
directed by
because you
some.
let it go completely, the title.
Yeah, it kind of leads into my thoughts on the film overall. But it's written by Alex Garland, and it's directed by someone that I never heard of, and it's very sad, which I do appreciate because I do love sad movies. But yeah, we'll get into it. It is sort of a dystopian movie, kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
Ironic.
it is more in the book. There's more
Oh
discussion of the
yeah,
dystopia in the book than there is in this.
yeah, and I'm gay now, or not in Pride anymore, but I'm gay because this movie made me want to read the book because everybody kept talking, all the discussion about this movie, they just kept referring back to the book. So I read a fucking book, thanks to you, Nate. So now
Or the podcast. You're as bad as
Enjoy.
Gogs.
I've done that before. I feel like we did another movie where I ended up reading the book. The book was pretty good. And the movie is a pretty good adaptation of the book. But I will say that I think that and we'll get into it more in depth, but I feel like the world building in the book is much better than the world building in this movie.
I think they do a
But
better job of building out a lot of the specifics of the interactions that are alluded
yeah,
to in the movie as well. Because there's just a lot of character depth in the book that doesn't have time to take place on the screen, which is just how it always is with books. Is you try to
yeah,
figure out how do we tell the highest level of this story with the most character depth. Um,
yeah, and I mean, I feel like if you look at the book as like a if you look at like a bullet point listing of like the plot points, like they hit all the major plot points, but it kind of misses a lot of the nuance of the book. But anyway,
yeah.
let's get into what we do when we do it. What did you all watch this week? Nate, I never start with Nate.
Ooh, me, Nate, I'm
That's
first.
you.
Okay.
That's you.
I was gonna say Mark Romanek is the director of the film. He also did 1 Hour Photo,
Oh, I love that movie.
and the Lemonade video for Beyonce. These are the two most
I don't think
notable
I've ever
things.
seen that.
Oh,
But
I
the
think I did look at his filmography and a ton of music videos.
Yeah,
one
yeah.
hour photo is fucking awesome and super underrated. Also has a Neon Genesis Evangelion reference in it, which is super weird.
Okay, now I got to go back and watch that
There's a
because I
scene
want
where
that
the kid,
reference.
so he worked, you remember Robin Williams works at the 1 hour photo and it's in like a department store. So
Yeah, yeah.
there's this scene where this kid brings in this toy and he's like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Evangelion." And and the kid's like, "It's a good guy." And I remember being very mad in the theater because it's one of the production unit Avas that kills Asuka at end of Ava. I was like, "That's not a good guy. It's a
Yeah.
bad guy." Killed
Obviously,
Asuka.
the kid's not a very good viewer. He didn't understand. He didn't
But
get it.
It's
honestly, one of the weirdest, like, of all the things to like just kind of an Easter egg in your fucking movie, putting a Neon Genesis Evangelion, and they name it. They don't just go, I feel like in most movies they would just been like, oh, it's an action figure. They just named it. Oh, this is like, yeah,
It's a
action
robot.
Steve.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's a robot. But no, in the movie that he literally says, "Oh, Neon Genesis Evangelion." It's so fucking weird. I've thought about that for years. But anyway,
That's
what'd you
wild.
watch, Nate?
Let's see. I either watched three or four things depending on. We recorded on Tuesday last week.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
we
so
were
then I
way
watched
early.
four things because the first thing I watched
Four
is
things.
Wall-E,
Oh, good movie.
the movie I had not seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wildly. It came because what? That's 2008. So it came in that window of time when I was like, I don't want to see animated movies.
Yeah.
I'm a grown up. I'm in my
I'm a big boy now.
mid
I'm a
to late 20s, and I don't have
big.
any money. So if I'm going to a movie, it better be a cool, kick-ass boy movie.
It better follow the Tim Stambaugh
Damn
rules.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Damn right.
Um, I also just think I legitimately like I didn't have a car, I didn't have a lot of money, so it's just like
Right.
I didn't go to movies, and
We didn't.
movies
We
weren't
didn't.
just on streaming. I'd
Yeah.
have to
We didn't
go
have the.
somewhere to rent
We
it.
didn't have the Plex back then.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
you'd have to go to incredible lengths to get a movie in 2008 if you didn't have it. But that Wall-E is amazing. I gotta say,
Yeah,
like
it's really
it
good.
Wally
is.
is upper tier Pixar.
Is it
Yeah,
the best?
I don't think it's the best, but it's top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably
What
it's
it-
got to be top.
I
I think it's top three for
What's
me.
the best?
Mm,
I think
I
Toy
don't know.
Story 2 is up there.
I was gonna say Toy Story 2. I
I
really like those.
really, I really like Moana.
Moana's good.
I
I
haven't
think
seen Moana.
Moana's the
I'll
first. I
have to
never
see
saw the
Moana.
sequel, and I have no desire to watch the live action. But that first Moana is excellent.
You don't want to see
Yeah.
The Rock without nipples for the purposes of he's a god?
Wait, he doesn't have nipples?
Yeah, they like CG'd his nipples out for the movie. It's weird.
What?
Yeah, it's really weird because he's
That's so
shirtless the whole
weird.
time, and they removed his nipples because he's
It's
the
so
god of the
weird.
ocean or whatever.
I didn't know that. That's so
Yeah,
fucking weird.
isn't that nuts? Um, so yeah, but because Alec, you mentioned before we started, like the movie we're talking about this week is something that made you cry. Sorry for doxing you, but I'm letting the world know you're sensitive. Wally made me cry. Similar reason, because it's very much a movie about like, hey, look at all this like capitalistic destruction and innovation bullshit that destroys us, and the thing that can bring us back together is love.
You'd
Hi,
argue
Sean.
with everybody's thesis about how this movie's just about capitalism and how rich people take everything from you until you die.
No, we
That's
just
that's
started.
exactly what my letterbox review is, and we'll get into it later.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just talking about what I watched. Yeah, Wally, another movie about capitalism destroying everything. But yeah, it's super sweet movie, and I think yeah, I'm glad I watched it at all, and I'm glad I watched it now because I think I could appreciate it with greater understanding. It's also nuts to think like we were worried about this in 2008 enough to make a movie, and it's like, hey, literally everything's just gotten worse, unfettered.
It's literally
delightful.
worse. Yeah, it's yeah.
Wally's the best Pixar movie. I'm sorry, I just
Yeah,
We were just debating.
That's what we were just talking about it. Yeah,
Top three.
I say Toy Story 2 is the best. That's my favorite. But Wally might be a better movie if that makes any sense. That's my
Yeah.
whole like my favorite Dark Knight compared to Watchmen conundrum.
It's my 2001 the best of the best scenario.
That's a much funnier one. I like that one.
Okay,
better.
I mean, I've only-
I think
I've only seen
Finding
one of
Nemo's
those,
up there
so
too.
Best
Finding
of the
Nemo's
best
great.
is definitely the best.
The best of the
What's
best.
that?
Dogs.
I've only seen one of those two movies, so I'm with you. Best of the best is the best movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite Nemo thing isn't even about the movie. It's like tangentially related. It's the Halal Family Movie Night poster. It says Finding Nemo, inshallah they find him.
Yes, I remember that.
Speaking
Um,
of Finding Nemo, I saw this clip on TikTok where I guess I don't know what Disney if it's the one in California, the one in Florida, but I guess they have this interactive thing where like little kids can talk to the fucking turtle, but and they have like it's animated, but they have like a voice actor like behind the screen. And I'm like, that's the fucking coolest. Like, if I was
That's
little,
great.
like little kids would shit. That's so fucking cool. You could talk to the fucking
The-
cartoon.
I believe the turtle's name is Shred or
Yeah, I
something.
love-
Yeah,
I
and
love
he's
the
just gonna
turtle.
be like, What are you talking about, man?"
Yeah, it was really cute and really funny. And I was like, as cynical as I am, stuff like that always like fills me with like I love seeing children filled with joy.
They got that thing at Universal where Optimus Prime like says racial slurs to
Yeah.
you or whatever as you walk
Fun.
by.
That
Love
sounds
that.
way more fun.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
Wally,
Wally rules. I was gonna say Incredibles is up in the top 5 for me.
Oh yeah, Incredibles is good.
Yeah, as well as Nemo, and then I haven't never seen Ratatouille, so I should probably see that sometime.
oh, I really like Ratatouille.
All the rest of them are kind of, I don't know. Like Coco was good. I liked Coco a lot. That's a good movie.
I forgot about Coco. I forgot that Coco is excellent, but I like its sexy sister film better, The Book of Life.
Okay.
That movie rocks. It's like a stop motion CGI-ish kind of movie.
Oh, cool. All right. I'll have to
But
check
it's the
that
same
out,
thing.
too.
It's got all kinds of like Day of the Dead iconography. It's really, really sharp. I love it.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. I'll put that on the list. I
You
watched
just made a list.
I watched 1975's Landfall, which is the first movie Sam Neill acted in ever because he passed away, and I wanted to check that
R.I.P.
out. It's on YouTube. It was made for New Zealand television, but there's too much weird sex and drugs and strange communal social breakdown in the movie for them to have aired it, so they just put it in festivals.
Wow.
I wouldn't say it's a good movie, but it's a very interesting movie. Sam Neill's great in it, and he's like, he's hunky 28-year-old Sam Neill, just like rolling up his sleeves, digging holes, and holding shotguns at people and saying "Shut up, comrade" to him. So it's fun. It's got a lot going on.
Hell yeah.
Nate, your hair and the light right now makes you look like that guy that turns into Etrigan in the DC comics. Like, is this Jason Blood? Is that his name?
Isn't blood like BLUD?
I believe so.
Anything could happen. It's early. I might transform.
I'm impressed that I can never remember that character's name. I always just refer to him as the demon. I forgot his name was Etrick.
See, Landfall's fine. I watched The Furious.
Oh,
Movie rules.
That's technically tabled because
Okay,
Yeah,
we
that's
won't talk
tabled.
about it. Tabled. Tabled is it. It is. We'll talk about it in a minute then.
yeah,
And I also watched The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
never seen
Um,
any of those.
It sucks.
And now you love
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm
Wait,
all in.
That
Did
movie's
you-
about Christianity.
Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah.
Was that it? I loved that book when I was a kid, though. The Lion, the Witch,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Wardrobe. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like a banger of a
The-
book.
The problem is like, because I read the book because I hadn't read it in years, and then I was like, I'll watch the movie because why not? Whatever. The book takes you like an hour and a half to read.
Yeah, it's very.
It's
short.
very quick. It's like this thing happened, then this thing happened. This guy was talking. There were beavers, etc. Whatever. The movie is 2.5 hours long. It is very hobbitized. Like they are dragging everything out incredibly. It also just like for being what it was 2005. It looks its age and looks really cheap. Like
Yeah.
the CG looks bad. And there's so many, I mean, some of the CG animals look pretty good, but a lot of like background CG looks bad. There's clearly a lot of like clone, like Attack of the Clones style. These British kids are standing in a green screen room. And it's weird because they're shooting it like an epic, like Lord of the Rings, but most of the shots feature like 20 total people and or people and creatures. So you have these like vast landscapes where there's almost nothing there. And it feels very, I don't know, it feels very like the Rollerblade movie, where it's just like, hey, we've got empty space and a couple people are gonna skate into shot and then skate out of shot. Like, I don't know. It's fine. It's cool though, because Santa's basically the Resident Evil merchant in the movie. He is in the book because he shows up and he's like, hey, Merry Christmas, have swords and stuff. But in the movie, he's even rougher.
I haven't seen the movie, but I
give
do
him
use that.
AK-47s.
I do use that meme, the "Don't cite the deep magic to me," which I was there when it was written. I use that meme a lot. So good on that movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, quick plug for C.S. Lewis? R.I.P. The Screw Tape Letters is his best book, I think.
Ooh, I haven't read that
Yeah,
one.
that's a good
I,
book.
I don't think I ever finished that. I think I started it and got bored.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
according to Alec, it's not the best, but that's also Wormwood is also where Calvin's teacher's name comes from, Miss Wormwood.
yeah.
I love that. Okay. Screw Tape Letters. Great. Okay, that's all I watched. Alec.
I watched four things.
Four things.
Four things.
Watched actually three of them star John Cena. Weird.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Watched the new John Cena Eric Andre movie, Little Brother.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not great. It's not terrible. It kind of went on too long. Eric Andre loves doing his like kind of semi-scripted role with like weird realistic pranks in the role, and it didn't really work in this one like it did in what was this other movie, Road Trip or Bad Trip?
Bad Trip. Yeah.
But that whole thing was like scripted, semi-scripted pranks. But they have some of these in this, but it's like a fully scripted movie, so it doesn't really work. But it wasn't terrible. It just wasn't great. Especially since I was stoned and it was just like, this is fine.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it doesn't
something
pass
I
the
would-
stoned Alec test, it's probably not a good movie.
Yeah. I am looking forward to tomorrow night possibly watching Water Park Shark.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Didn't I send
okay.
you that?
I think you did. I think you
Yeah.
sent it, but it looks. I saw it like a trailer or a clip or something from it, and it looks tremendous. It looks
Hell yeah.
absolutely incredible. We watched Vacation Friends 1 and Vacation Friends 2.
Oh,
Vacation-
I think I saw that. That's what.
Yeah, but
that's
we
again.
watched- We watched Vacation Friends 1 together.
That's right.
It's
That's right.
John Cena and Little Rel
Yeah, that was good. That was funny.
Vacation Friends 1 is good. Vacation Friends 2 is the quest for more money. It's so bad.
Yes.
It's like not funny at all. Like I didn't look to see if the same guy or same people made it, but it's like another instance of like they didn't get what made the first one so much fun, and they just like tried to go off and do something different that wasn't entertaining.
Right.
Like the first one is so good because of their like Lil Rel basically can't stand John Cena, but they slowly become friends over time, blah blah blah. The second one just doesn't have any of that like not drama, but
Tension.
like tension.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of friends at the beginning. I can't even remember now what like the driving plot was of
I
it.
feel like
I
comedy
forget.
sequels are the hardest sequels to get right. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like a movie is funny, and then when you try to run it back, it like never works.
Like the best comedy sequel I can think of is 22 Jump Street.
Yeah, that's really
because
good.
they lean into everything and they literally have lines in the movie like, no, don't do something different. Just do the
Right.
same fucking thing that worked first time. Don't change up how you're doing anything. Don't change up your plans. Just do what worked before.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, Major League 2 is pretty good, but it's
Yeah,
still not.
Major
I think only we like that movie, though. I don't think that's considered to be a
But
very
Major
good
League 2
movie.
has Major
really?
League
I thought
2
Major
has
League
that
2 was pretty well liked.
Major
Oh,
League 2
really?
has those like scenes with Omar Epps and Jesse Ventura where they're making that action movie. That shit's hilarious.
Black
Hammer,
Thunder,
White Lightning.
Yeah,
that
something
shit's
like that.
Mine
Yeah.
fell further. Mine are deader.
Yeah, I like that movie, but I think it was like on Comedy Central all the time.
Now back to the minors. Not good.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, I don't think I've
Does
seen
anybody want to take a stab at the Major League 2 Rotten Tomatoes score?
I don't know. I'm on IMDb. It's a 5.7, so I'm gonna guess like a 40.
that. I was going to say 36.
Anybody else?
36.
Anybody else?
Nate said 36.
TJ?
16.
Oh,
TJ is the closest, but he's still over 3 times higher than the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh, really?
holy Christ.
5%.
Dang.
Man,
Ouch.
that is
That's vicious.
Harsh.
it's not as good as the first one, but god damn, a 5. And I know Rotten Tomatoes, we don't really put a lot of stock in that, but
Yeah.
I mean, that was before
Still.
every movie sucked ass too. They had a higher standard. I guess. I don't know.
the AI summary on what's it called? IMDb reviewers say Major League 2 disappoints as a derivative rehash that
Well, yeah.
painfully recycles the original story points and gags for a cash in. Like, I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny.
It was pretty.
Well,
funny.
in the movie's defense, most baseball seasons are rehashes of the prior season.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is accurate.
They're
The
very
last thing I
derivative.
watched is I guess we can get into the tabled
Yeah.
thing. Because me and TJ also watched it. I think it's TJ's second time watching it.
Yeah, this is the second time I watched it. I talked about it last week. We all watched The Furious.
The
and I won't talk
Furious.
about it since I already glazed it like hell last week. But what'd you guys think?
I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot going on and not a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's like TJ said last week. Once the action starts, it really doesn't stop, and they're just kind of like fuck plot.
Yeah.
Keep doing kick-ass shit,
Yeah.
and it is a lot of fun.
I told Gogs and Alec, we were all watching it. And once the story was done, and I said, guys, that's all the story you're gonna get. It's just all fighting after this. Like you get 20 minutes of story and then all fighting for the rest of the movie. And God bless it.
At one point, Gog said, "Man, I really thought this would have been bloodier."
Yeah.
TJ just kept his
I
TJ
didn't
just
say
kept his
anything.
mouth shut,
Didn't say anything.
and then about 5 minutes later, it got a lot bloodier, like insanely bloodier. It was ridiculous, like buckets of blood, like too much blood.
But the choreography, so good,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah. I
unbelievable.
think it's one of those things where like, because I've recommended this to some people who I don't know that they would like it necessarily, but from a place of like, look, if you think you don't like a movie like this, watch this movie recognizing that they're all acting. They're not actually fighting, and they're doing incredible shit nonstop. Like this has to be like the greatest feat of athleticism possible. Plus, it's just funny. Like the dude, the bald
Yeah.
dude with the overalls is amazing.
Dude, that guy's a
Like,
hoss, though. That
he's-
guy's huge, and he's like,
Yeah.
he's flying all over the place, and like, oh my god.
But everybody's fighting style is unique. Everybody's fun. Like the main bad guy and his whole like super arch like
Oh my god.
ending arc point with where I'm just like, oh really? That we're going with the dialogue of like, you made me do this. Like, what are you
Dude,
talking
the
about, dude?
scene where
Like,
he like murders the entire crime family is
Yeah.
so great. He
Yeah,
just slaughters
It's-
them all, and it's
I
just
mean-
like, fuck you.
yeah, yeah. It's so fun, and it's also just like, hey, look, this is if we lived in a better world, this is how the Epstein files would have been handled here. But
Yeah,
instead,
for real.
we're living in a place where everybody's covered up for the child trafficking nonsense. So hey, great.
Yeah, I don't know if I said it last week. My letterbox was this was listed as a martial arts action movie, but it's clearly fantasy because child sex traffickers get punished. And it's like, yeah.
I feel like you might be able to sell Comrade Trump on the fucking Department of Karate Justice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
real.
bet you could.
Sean, you have to watch this movie. You're gonna fucking
I will.
love it.
Yeah, I think
You're
you.
gonna,
Yeah,
if you
I
don't
think
love
you'd
it,
love it.
I would
like,
be shocked. Like, this movie is so good. Also, I didn't realize this, but Joe Chasman, I think that's how you say his name. He was in the Night Comes for Us, and he was also
Yeah. Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat.
yeah, Sean, this movie is like
Yeah, the new one.
this movie is like Kill that we
Yeah.
watched, but just like with more. There's more locations. But it's just like it's exactly like that. It's like there's story and then it just goes and it doesn't stop going until it's done going.
15-minute sledgehammer fight.
Yeah,
That's
the
all I gotta
sledgehammer
say.
fight that I really admired too the like you've got these kids and the guy's daughter is involved and they're trying to do their own escaping thing. And just the way everybody got incorporated in the choreography in an interesting way was cool too, because a lot of movies would have just sidelined everybody.
Yeah.
And instead it was like, no, it's incredible. Like, and it's really well shot too. It's just like it's
Yeah,
choreographed
yeah.
well, but it's so kinetic that it's like hard, like you can't stop watching it. It really
It also like it looks really good. Like the cinematography is really good. Like I'm thinking of that scene where he goes into the like when they go into the like the child like predators like kid cauldron, but they're in that hallway and it's lit super cool. And then the camera pans to the side and it almost kind of reminds you of that hallway scene in Old Boy. But they're doing this all like in one fluid motion because they're still fighting as the camera's moving. It's just very, very confidently done. Like it's so
Yeah.
good.
Biggest fan of plot in action movies generally. You know what I mean? Like, can you think of like a straight up action movie where it's like, man, that was a great plot?
Yeah, well, I mean, I always think about something like my favorite action movies, right? Like The Raid, The Night Comes for Us, Mad Max Fury Road. It's like they give you what you need and then they
Yeah.
just fucking go. Like this reminded me a lot of Mad Max Fury Road because like that movie is like very light on plot, but like once that movie starts, it just doesn't stop. It's so kinetic.
Yeah,
And that's the same
I
with-
just need a frame on which to hang the action, and the frame doesn't need to be that sturdy. You
Yeah, I
know
mean,
what
like action movies are like musicals in that way, right? Where it's like, establish some stuff, and then just show me the stuff that I'm here for. Whether it's people singing or people beating the shit out of each other, like just
I agree.
get me to the places.
Well, I'm glad
Uh,
you guys liked it. It was fun to
yeah.
watch a movie with Alex and Gogs again too. I missed that. It reminded me
the-
of the days.
That was the last movie I watched. We watched the new Will Ferrell golf show on Netflix, The Hawk.
How was that?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Like it kind of starts off slow, but by the end, it's going at a good clip. It reminds me a lot of Schitt's Creek because all the people are kind of terrible, but over the course of the show, you learn more about them and that you kind of get endeared to all of them.
Is his kid the kid from American Vandal? Is that the same
Yeah.
guy? I saw the ad. Okay,
That dude is in a lot of stuff now.
he was funny in American Vandal.
Oh, he was great in American Vandal. That show was the first season was great. The other seasons were awful. But that first season of American Vandal fucking killed me.
Yeah,
every
Also,
time you would get like almost take it too seriously. They just bring it back to these huge drawings of dicks ejaculating everywhere.
He doesn't draw the pubes that way.
Yeah.
Before we move on from it too, Gogs wanted to do a true throwback to the old movie, The Podcast Days, because he ordered one terrible pizza. That I don't know what the fuck that thing was.
Yeah.
That like bread pizza. It was disgusting.
He ordered he called it a tomato pie.
It was
But
disgusting.
it was like a thick, almost like focaccia bread with cheese underneath the sauce.
Oh, weird.
It was nasty.
It was not great.
The other pizza was great, but that pizza was terrible. But I was like, oh, it's just like the old times. Like, remember Sean when he ordered that pizza that just had like a salad on top of it?
Oh yeah, because he got veganism and vegetarianism mixed up, I guess. So he got a Lido's vegan pizza for me. So it was like that. It was crust, sauce, some vegetables, and like the most jalapenos you've ever seen on anything in your life. So not only was it like impossible to eat because it was so dry, but it was also like the hottest shit I've ever had. And he got me Nate, I don't know if you're familiar with Lido's pizza. He got me an entire one, which is like
Lido's pizzas are square. They're like
because they don't cut
the size of like two like checkerboards combined.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're not
delicious.
small. Yeah,
They're delicious. Next time you're in
they're
Maryland,
great. And like
you get like a full like Little Caesars 6-foot party pizza thing.
bro. Next time
the
you're
way
in
they cut it
Maryland,
and
you gotta
the
get you
crust,
some Lidos.
the crust
Alright.
is so thin, like you could house like a ton of slices.
Oh,
no
Because like
doubt.
there's nothing to them, but like that's still a lot of pizza. That's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
sauce.
It's a lot of
A lot
surface
of
area of
bad-
pizza, especially if
Yeah.
it's all
The-
jalapenos and
the-
vegetables.
The Lidos sauce though is magical. That pizza sauce, that's like my favorite pizza sauce. That pizza sauce is
Lido's,
so good.
they have really good pizza.
Lido's rules.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not blaming Lido's. This is purely a Gog's unforced error.
biggest problem with Lidos is they don't deliver, and they're not on any of the like food apps.
Oh
So if
really?
you- yeah, it's
I know they
fucking-
didn't deliver, but you'd think they'd be on DoorDash or something.
There's a Lido's like right on the other side of Security Mall, which is like right down the street. And I always like I want Lido's, but I'm like I don't feel like driving to go get it, so I never I get it like very rarely. But anyway,
Alex,
anything-
right? You will eat an entire pizza by yourself. It is disgraceful.
Yeah, because like by the time you look down and you're like, oh shit, I ate 3/4 of this alone because it's like it's not
slices
super
are
like filling. And
about
it's
the-
like
Yeah, they're about the
crust
size
is
of a
base-
baseball card.
yeah, the crust is like cracker thin.
Oh,
It's
yeah, okay.
incredible, but like
so good.
it's not like super filling. You're not like crushing it. I mean, you're crushing it, but it's not like filling you up as you eat it.
I mean, that
Yeah.
sounds good though, because that's the
is,
downside
dude,
of a
it's
pizza
so
is it
good.
tastes good, but you get full on bread too fast to enjoy
It's-
eating it, and then you have to.
It's so
I mean, I guess eating it
so
cold's
good.
fine too, but yeah,
It's
that
so
sounds
good.
great. All right, I'm in.
Anything else?
No, that's it. TJ,
Hey, that's
thank you,
me.
my love.
I watched two things.
Two things.
I'm going to start off with the much smaller thing that I watched, but I'm glad that I did. So after we watched The Furious, me and Gogs watched this movie called Old Henry. That he was like, this movie's been recommended to me. People said it's like an Unforgiven, like that style of Old West movie. I'd never heard of this movie before. It's like a Shout Factory original movie, like Shout Factory, whatever their like production company has picked it up. This movie is fucking great. It stars Tim Blake Nelson, and he's this like it takes place in like 1901, so it's like kind of like Red Dead Redemption, where it's like dealing with like the Old West, but like the Old West is dying, it's over, and Tim Blake Nelson is this farmer who lives in this like crappy farm with his son, and like his wife is dead, and like he's living this very quiet life, but it's like hinted that he used to have like a past, like he used to be some kind of gunslinger. And what happens is there's basically like this guy that shows up like wounded at their house that they find, and then he's involved in this bank heist, and then the bad guys like show up, like where is he, where's our money? And I don't want to spoil the movie because there's a lot of twists and turns, and there is a reveal at the end of this movie that hit me like a ton of bricks. I didn't see it coming. I thought it was fucking amazing. So I will not spoil it because it was like such a great twist. I loved it. The movie looks great. It's all location too. Like you can tell it's a low budget movie that, they didn't have a lot to spend on like the production, but they picked like wonderful locations, and the movie is just shot so well, and it's got that classic Western vibe. The movie is a lot like Unforgiven, where like it's very quiet until it's not. Like the scenes of violence in the movie are done so well and are so grounded and feel so realistic that it just really sticks with you. The acting phenomenal. Stephen Dorff plays the bad guy of all people, and he's great. Like he's so good in the movie. He's so villainous. Timberlake Nelson is always wonderful, but it's great to see him in a leading role. Like I can't ever remember him in like a lead role.
Stephen Dorff has a great like Southern Western accent.
Dude, he's so good in the movie.
Like he has that great accent. Like I've seen clips of this movie on TikTok. Yeah, but he has a great accent. He has like the same great accent in The Righteous Gemstones in the last 2 seasons. Like right. He does a really good like Southern.
He's kind of like a
Western voice.
He's kind of like a proto. What's that guy's name? We love Boyd. What's his nuts?
The Logan and
Predators.
Wilhelm. No, Boyd.
I can't. Yeah,
Holbrook or something like that.
That guy's great.
Yeah,
very similar. But I can't recommend this movie enough. Like I loved it. I think the director has some kind of hilarious name. I forget his name now, but
Google Dundleflex.
He's really good, and he's got a new movie coming out. Like out like this week. No, it's called Motor City. It's with that jacked guy from Reacher.
I am excited to see that.
And me and Gogs watched the trailer, and that looks fucking awesome. It's Motor City. It's like a 70s like revenge movie with what's his name that we like? Ben Foster is the bad guy. It like after watching Old Henry, I was like, I'm fucking in. Like I gotta see this movie now. I cannot recommend Old Henry enough. Like I loved it. I absolutely loved it. What a hidden gem that I'd never heard of this movie. I barely peruse Netflix for movies. I would have never watched this fucking movie, but it's a huge
Gogs has dubious taste at best.
I was about to say, I was like, Gogs like
he watches a lot of trash.
Yeah. But no, this is a fantastic film. I absolutely loved it. Can't recommend it enough. And I'm looking forward to Motor City. This might be a rare 2-movie weekend for TJ at the theater because the new Nicholas Winding Refn movie comes out this weekend. And
that shit looks awesome.
City. I mean, I'm definitely seeing that one first, but I want to see this Motor City now because I'm telling you, this Old Henry movie was just like wonderful, like a breath of fresh air.
Of Motor City, and I assume the movie you're talking about is named Potsy Ponsaroli.
And this movie, a hilarious name.
This movie is written by Chad St. John, which is almost Brandon St. Randy.
Chad St. John. But anyway, definitely watch Old Henry. If you like westerns, like you got to check it out. It's so fucking good. I loved it. Loved it. I also watched another movie that I loved, a little independent film you may have heard of called Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Fantastic. Unbelievably good. I know we do this every time a big director has a movie. I don't know if this is his best film, but man, it is so good. I know it's long, but it's one of those movies where it's like, I don't know. It's like a There Will Be Blood. Like There Will Be Blood is 3 hours long, but I could watch that movie over and over and over again. Like that movie doesn't feel 3 hours long. I could stick with it forever. This is the same thing. Go ahead. Sorry.
His best movie is The Prestige or maybe Dunkirk, but those are the two of his best movies.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would go Prestige too, but I mean, I also really, really like Following, and I really like Memento.
Well, Memento, they're all great, but except for Interstellar.
I like Interstellar. I even like Tenet. I'm a Tenet defender. I still like that. I watched Tenet a couple weeks ago. I still like it. But anyway, I thought The Odyssey was wonderful. Like everything about it. It's kind of a boring movie for me to review because I didn't find any fault with it. Like I loved everything about it. I thought, first of all, he's so meticulous about how his movies look. Like there's so much practical effects in this movie. The few times that he does like CGI, like there's a scene, like it's funny to talk about The Odyssey because like, spoilers for The Odyssey, like fucking 400-year-old story. But there's a famous scene in The Odyssey. I don't know, how old's the fucking Odyssey? 1,000?
I mean, I would I thought at least a couple of thousand.
Do you think
From-
ancient Greece was in the 1600s?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't really think about it, but anyway, a very old story. I didn't really think about it. I was just trying to think of a big number. But anyway, there's a scene where a goddess turns a bunch of soldiers into pigs,
Mhm.
and that happens in the movie. And first of all, that scene is done. So there's two scenes in this movie where it's like, oh, Christopher Nolan needs to make a fucking horror movie, because the scene where they're with the Cyclops is like horrific and fantastic, and it's so fucking good. And then the scene where they turn into pigs, the way it's shot, again, there is a lot of CG, but like he obscures a lot of the CG, like intentionally. So a lot of like you don't really see a lot of it, and it's done so well. Matt Damon is incredible in the movie. I just loved it. It was an epic in every sense of the word, and I love the
Thanks, Gene
costuming.
Shalit.
I mean, I just fucking love the movie. I was just like buzzing when I left the theater. Like I just really, really enjoyed it. Fucking what's his name? Fucking Robert Pattinson is so fucking good in the thing is like everyone's good in the movie. But Robert Pattinson plays like the best like sniveling little shithead since like Commodus in Gladiator. Like those two characters reminded me they're very similar characters. But he's such a fucking heel.
Pattinson's
He's
really good at doing that too, because he's that way in the movie with Zendaya that we just watched.
In Good Time, he's
well,
great.
he's good time. He's like that.
He does
but
that in
yeah.
the movie with Timothée Chalamet, where he's like a French king or something.
Oh,
I forget what that's called.
Yeah, he's so good. Honestly, like Pattinson might be like one of our best actors, like period.
Well, so Stewart, that's what's so crazy about those 50 Twilight movies. They produced the two of them somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, but then, dude, the Odyssey is so good. Like, go out and see it. Like, it's incredible. Like, I just thought it was, and everything that like you've seen a lot of the stuff that happens in the Odyssey and other adaptations, but like every little twist that Nolan did, I thought made it more interesting. Like the Trojan horse, for example, right? Like every time I've ever seen the Trojan horse, like in fiction or in video games, like fucking Age of Empires, it's always been described or it's shown as a big wooden horse that's on wheels, right? Because how else would they get it to the gates of Troy? Not in Nolan's movie. It's a giant wooden horse that they just put up on the shore. So they have to, they have like hundreds of people dragging this horse to the gates of Troy. And what's cool is they put it on the beach. So like all these people are in the fucking horse, and like people drown because a high tide comes. It's just such a like that's just such a cool fucking idea. Like I just thought that was fucking amazing. The fucking Benny Safdie's fucking armor as Agamemnon, brother of Menelaus, is fucking badass. Like everything about this movie is like cool and badass and like artsy. I fucking adored this movie, and I can't wait to see it again. I was trying to go see it at the AFI in Silver Spring because they have a 70, I think they have a 70 millimeter IMAX in there, but apparently they are sold out for weeks. So I don't think I'll be seeing it in 70 IMAX. I might go see it in regular IMAX.
It's crazy that movies are sold out anymore, period.
Well, apparently I've been reading a lot about it. Apparently there's less than like a dozen 70 IMAX theaters in like the entire country. So,
Yeah, they're hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah,
we're
going this
'cause I
weekend.
felt like-
It's,
It felt like there were at least like 2 or 3 of them near us.
Well, Maryland does have a couple, but like I knew this movie was going to make a lot of money Saturday anyway because I think I told you guys in the text. I did my usual TJ movie thing. I was like, I woke up Saturday morning. I'm like, I'm going to go see this. Dude, like there were so many showings at like 8:30 in the morning that were sold out. I never have seen that before. And I was like I was going to go to the IMAX in Columbia, but that was sold out. I was like, shit. Then I was going to go to they have a 70 millimeter projector at Cinemark at Arundel Mills. That was sold out. So I just ended up seeing it in like regular vision or whatever. But man, what a fucking movie.
The AFI has a 70, but it's not IMAX,
I
right?
thought it was I could be wrong. I thought it was a 70 IMAX, but I could be wrong. It's a great place to see a movie though. I love it. We've been there. You and me went there. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there a couple times. Didn't we see? We all saw Hateful Eight there.
That's right.
And
We
then-
saw 2001 there.
Yeah, we saw 2001 with
That
Keir
was
Delay
awesome.
and what's his face is all fucking shitty drunk.
That was cool though. We got to see
Yeah, that
2001
was
with the
awesome.
two actors. That was fuck. At once in 70, that was fucking
Yeah.
cool. One of the coolest like movie going experiences I've ever had.
Yeah.
But I can't recommend the Odyssey enough. I know everyone's glazing it, but it deserves it. It's so fucking good. Like, and it's got like this hell yeah moment at the end. Like, it's fucking, excuse me, it's fucking great. Like, I can't say enough good things about it. Highly recommended. Sean.
I only watched one movie, and it was so bad. I think they should disband Netflix, like, or relegate it to some other country, like some lower streaming tier.
Lower,
It was
they
called.
need to get relegated to the Tubi League, and then
Yeah, and then
call up,
Tubi
they
get
call
called
up
up.
Pluto TV.
Yeah, now Pluto costs $19 a month, and Netflix is free until they get their shit together. It was Sasha Cohen's Ladies First.
Oh, that looks
God,
so
that
bad.
looks so
I
bad.
didn't choose it. First of all, so it is like the dumbest kind of like social critique movie. So this is the plot of the movie. Sasha Cohen is an advertising man who is a man that's bad, which men are and businessmen are. I'm not disputing that. So he hits his head on a pole.
Famously
And
pro
wait-
corporate Sean.
Yeah, and pro male.
Yeah.
I'm now a fucking ANCAP MRA. So when he's done being shitty to this lady, he walks outside and hits his head on a post, and he wakes up, and it's what if women were men also
Oh,
now.
No.
But instead of like it being like interesting, like what would a matriarchal society kind of look like, it's literally what if women were just men and men were now gay, question mark? Because like, and I guess this isn't the fault of the movie, but we're culturally, when you see men doing things that are like stereotypically female, it just reads as gay. So
Right.
they all just seem like a bunch of gay dudes who are married to women who like scratch their labia all the time.
Oh, Jesus
Huh.
Christ.
Yeah.
Damn,
And
my
then it's
pussy itches.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Oh.
the movie.
That's the first idea in a writing room, and they just were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we're cool, we got it, we hit it
Well,
on the
it's not-
first pass.
Besides the hitting your head on the pole thing, it's not like a bad concept to do kind of like a white man's burden, but for, reversing, the
Yeah,
Yeah,
scales.
trading places where
Yeah.
but that's kind of what the Barbie movie did in a way that was more interesting because it actually envisioned an idealistic matriarchal society. And then,
Yeah, but this
flip
is just
that.
literally like, what if your ma was your dad? Like, it's just so fucking, and it's like, oh, they're selling lifting like underwear for your balls, like that are for like bras. Like I old Windows drug his pineapple through a bunch of ladies, and I've never once had any of them be like, oh man, I love how like bulbous your
balls.
testicles are. Like, I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Like, they're doing
It's that-
so much. Oh, and like also when he wakes up in women
Narnia.
land, yeah, everybody is doing the same exact job. They're just flip flopped. So he works at the same advertising agency, but he is like a lady there, as opposed to it's real fucking bad.
It
And then
sounds
he
like a
kinda wakes
movie that's like supposed to be from the woman's perspective, or written by like 80-year-old men. Like,
But it was written by women.
really? That's crazy.
Yeah. It is what I imagine Grok would spit out if you actually asked it to make a movie. Like, it is horrendous. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? And then he wakes up from, apparently he was just the CEO of this company. He was just laying on the sidewalk for 3 hours and nobody bothered him. And then he walks in and gives the lady all the job that she was supposed to have, but he's still her boss at the end of, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what they were trying to do with this movie, but they didn't succeed in any of it. So,
As far as like actors I like go, Sacha Baron Cohen might be in more abject trash.
Oh yeah.
than
Yeah,
any-
he's
like
in a
I
lot.
love him and like
great.
Ali G
Yeah.
and Borat, but goddamn, he
Even
is in
The
some of just
Dictator
the
is
most
good.
horrific The Dictator's not bad.
It's not
Like that,
Bruno's funny.
that fucking
Like,
Grimsby
Bruno's
movie,
so funny.
yeah,
Welcome to Grimsby or whatever, the Brothers
Yeah, that's
Grimsby. Oh my god,
He's good in he's good in
fucking
Talladega
horrendous.
Nights.
he is
I
great.
mean, he
Yeah,
is.
he's great in Talladega. Yeah.
Hey,
But,
hey,
like-
Sean.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
Also, I feel some type of way about his personal politics, so that already kind of put me in
Oh,
a bad
yeah,
mood to
yeah.
begin with. But what were you gonna say?
Did you watch the new Ghost in the Shell anime?
No, I'm going to though.
It's so good. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need
I
to watch
also
it.
watched, like, not that it matters, but I know Alec watches like TV sometimes. Like where I live, whatever show is on is usually Your Shitty Job. So it's either Your Shitty Job the comedy or Your Shitty Job the drama. This is Your Shitty Job the comedy, but it's The Office. But what if The Office was in a hospital? Like, and it's got
What
I
show
forget
is
what
that?
it's called, like St. Dennis or something. It's
Oh
also on
yeah,
Netflix.
St. Dennis
But, like,
Medical.
we've,
Yeah.
we've seen some of that. Like it has its moments, but it's not great.
It's
The
like,
best
well, what do we
character
do?
is, like, the
let's
best
let's remake
character
The
is-
Office. It's like, where? Go ahead.
I was gonna say the best character is the Mennonite kid. He's the
Yeah.
best character in the
Yeah,
whole
I mean-
show. The fish out of water.
I love Wendy whatever her name is, from
Wendy
Reno
McClendon
911.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's great. I mean, she's not got a lot to do in the show. And then David Allen Greer, the girl from the first season of Fargo, who I love, she's also in it. The lady, she kind of looks
Oh.
like what's
Can't remember her
What-
name.
yeah, she looks like Melanie Linsky if Melanie Linsky gained like 60 pounds in an hour. Like, she's just shaped kind of odd, like, but I don't know. It's just like, oh, let's remake The Office. It's like, we already did that 7 times. It's like, well, what if we make it like in a hospital? It's like, good, I'm done. Let's get out of here. Like, it's just, it's
Yeah,
not really my thing.
We watched a bunch of it and we found it to be okay, but like I was kind of disappointed because it's the same people who made Superstore, and I love Superstore.
Yeah,
Like I think Superstore is excellent. Like it's like seeing the shit that happens at work
yeah.
in a comedy.
It's a shitty
Like,
job, the comedy.
Yeah,
But okay, let's talk about this fucking movie Nate decided to traumatize us all with. Although I did want to ask a question real quick, because I guess Nate had already read the book and TJ recently read the book. From what I understand, the book is like kind of boring, at least like the front end of it's like a little bit tedious and it picks up. I don't find this movie to be that way. Do they kind of rush through shit in the movie versus the book?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
yeah.
think so,
So
yeah.
the book spends more time specifically on like the Hailsham, like what is it like to be a kid? What are the rules about how many times do we have to get doctor's appointments, and why aren't we allowed to have sex, and what does everybody think about sex in this weird vacuum?
Yeah, I feel like I said it at the beginning of the show, but I feel like the book did a better job at the world building, and I do feel it's kind of lacking in the movie. Like they do a better job fleshing out like the little things in the book, whereas the movie they kind of do more like wide swaths.
Yeah,
But,
because
yeah.
a lot of like Tommy and Kathy's relationship in the book is more complicated.
Yeah,
Like the movie really kind of makes it like they got back together and then he got harvested, right? And the book is more focused on like him having a really complex relationship with the fact that he couldn't like game the system, and he couldn't figure out like he missed everything because of time and because of circumstance and all this stuff. And Kathy's even more like in the book, Kathy's even more of like a kind of static, like feelingless observer energy. Like she kind of feels that way in the movie, but I think like the book makes it feel more like she's wistfully detached from everything in this way that's a little strange.
yeah, I agree.
I mean, the synopsis should not take long. There's not a lot that happens, but there's a lot to talk about of what does happen.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say when I started watching it the other night. I watched it in 2 sittings. I watched it when I came home from work late one night, and then I finished it the next day. But when I first started watching it, I don't know how, but I missed the opening like title card where it talks about the
a medical breakthrough in the 1950s.
Yeah, and I'm like watching. I'm like, what the? This is so boring. What the fuck is this? And I got like
Alex standing watching it like fucking Homer watching Twin Peaks. Like I have no idea what's going on.
but like I got like a third of the way through, and I was like, so clear. Like they're alluding to something. And then I went back to finish it the next day on the Plex, and I hit start over by accident,
Oh.
and that popped up, and I was like, "Oh, oh my god!" PC stands for personal
Personal
computer.
computer.
I
just got
just
that.
now got that.
I felt like such an idiot. But
That's
go
funny.
ahead, go ahead, Nate.
Yeah. The movie opens on a title card that says that there was a medical breakthrough in the 50s that has extended human lifespan beyond 100 years. And then we're in 1978, and we're following these three kids who are in like a posh British boarding school kind of thing. They're hanging out in one of those buildings that was probably in Haunting of Hill House or Bly
Yeah.
Manor or whatever. It's the kind of house you can picture. And it's really just following them through their boarding school life. We do get a moment where Carey Mulligan is she's standing in a hospital. She's narrating a little bit to start. She's looking in on someone who's on a hospital bed, and she's kind of wistfully remembering her time at
She
school.
she does mention that she's a carer
Yeah,
and
she's a
she's
carer.
good at her job or whatever. Gogs, I wish he was here, but Gogs wouldn't have any problems with this movie because the little girl they get to play Carey Mulligan, I thought they shrunk her
Looks
down because they
exactly like her.
yeah
all
it looked
all of them, I mean, other than the Andrew Garfield baby boy, like they both like because Ella Purnell is a good copy for Keira Knightley too.
it was weird to see her as a child because
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
I know her from the
I did,
Fallout
like-
show and Yellow
I did like a
Jackets.
triple take. I was like, "Is that
Yeah,
Al Purnell?"
yeah.
And
But
it
yeah,
was.
I agree. Like, she's a good Keira Knightley kid, but like the little girl they got for Carey Mulligan, like they look exactly the same. Like it's fucking uncanny. I was like, how did they do that?
Yeah, it was really good casting. Like same nose and everything, like in a way
Yeah.
that because usually that's the problem is it's like kind of the similar, but that nose is not going to grow into the nose the adult
Yeah.
has.
I'll never forgive Gus for his Black Coat's daughter take. That's still the funniest. I love.
I-
Well,
I-
it's
I
not the
know-
funny.
I know I've said this every time this comes up, but I can't stop saying it is that he was so incredibly wrong about the plot of that movie that I felt like I was stupid and didn't know what was going on.
Good movie.
So Carey Mulligan is a carer, as TJ mentioned. She's looking in on somebody, and then we flash back to this boarding school, and it's kind of like regular ass British boarding school. Like it goes into Masterpiece Theater kind of movie pretty quickly. They're kids, they're hanging out. We get introduced to each one of them. Ruth is kind of bossy. She's the El Purnell. Tommy is kind of like he has some emotional slash sort of rage problem things. And he's kind of detached from everybody. People pick on him. He doesn't do well in school, kind of, or at least he's not good at art, which is very important at Hailsham, because it's a very important school. But we also find out that Hailsham is the kind of school that you don't really leave. These kids don't have access to the outside world. They don't see parents. Like there's not a lot of things aren't happening. They're boarded in a very interesting way.
Yeah, they can't leave. They're playing like some kind of like stick ball or something, and the ball goes past the gates. And they're like, "Oh, you can't go past those gates. Like you don't go out there."
Yeah. They just don't
And then
go.
they make up these crazy stories
Yeah, and
about
also
the
like
people who went past the gates. They got ripped
Yeah.
to shreds, and
yeah, they got it's a little dog tooth in there in that way. But also like their classes are kind of weird because they're kind of like learning how to like be a person.
Because they
have,
role
yeah,
play ordering coffee and going to a restaurant and things as if they were learning a foreign language, like the way that you would kind of role play that.
a little bit of it's something later on in the movie. I do really like the scene where they're like adults and they go to the restaurant and they still kind of don't know how to act.
Yeah,
like
they
they're
do a
like
terrible job.
Six cokes, like they just don't know what to do.
oh
Like,
yeah, the guy's like sausage and eggs, and they're all like, "Oh, sausage and eggs."
Well,
Like they're
Andrew
aliens,
Garfield
basically.
yell whispers his like,
So yeah, their teachers are called guardians, and they're basically like, hey, you need to be really health conscious. Don't smoke. Don't do. There's a scene where they find a cigarette. They talk to everybody about how you're not supposed to smoke. Very health conscious, very serious about that, and they also make artwork. And so all the students are doing drawings and stuff. Tommy's terrible at drawings. He's trying to do an elephant. Everybody makes fun of him. I thought it looked pretty. It looked like an
Oh, it looked
elephant.
pretty
It just
good.
it
Oh,
didn't
it
look
looked pretty
like
good.
it didn't look like a photorealistic elephant, but it wasn't bad for a kid of whatever age.
It was better
Um,
than any elephant I could draw.
and
Don't sell
and
yourself short.
and there's like a lady called the Madam who shows up once in a while, and she takes art to her gallery that she likes. Um, so yeah, they're just all kind of hang out there. There's also Miss Lucy, who is the adorable Sally Hawkins, who appears and
She's
just
great in the
lights
movie.
everything
She's
up.
always good, but
Yeah, she's amazing. And she's like the one cool teacher. And she's set up early on as like this is the cool teacher that like gets the kids because she helps Tommy out a little bit and kind of coaches him on the art. And then later she drops the bomb on them all that like, hey, so you guys are all clones that will be harvested for organs. So you're not going to grow up. You're not going to live lives. You're not going to get married. You're not going to have jobs. You're not going to do anything. You're going to leave here and then you're going to get to be adults and then they're going to cut out all the organs they need from you and then you're going to die, which they call being completed.
yeah, they have fun little professional names for all this stuff. But she's not supposed to tell them that because she ends up getting retired after that. That's
Yeah.
her last scene in the movie.
Not like a replicant. They just send her away to take
Yeah,
a different job.
Now that would have been a movie.
Right.
Fucking Deckard shows up and blasts her. That'd be great.
Uh, and meanwhile, Kathy L. Purnell starts falling in love with Tommy. So they are hanging out, but there's a lot of indication that Tommy keeps looking back at Ruth and da da da, and there's clearly a connection there. They seem closer, but as far as school is concerned, it's gonna be Kathy and Tommy's show. So they go through school. At one point, Ruth finds the a cassette tape because they have this like occasional delivery of artifacts from the outside world that they call it a bumper crop, I think, when there's a guy with a truck that shows up with a bunch of junk and they get to buy it with their,
It's like their book fair.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting, right? Because like they want them to be people, but like not people enough. Like they want them. It's like they're like Wagyu beef, right? Like they're treated well enough.
They're free-range children.
Yeah,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, they all get to have these things that have some meaning to them, but they're kind of useless to anybody else. But Ruth ends up getting a cassette tape of the song that is the title of the book, and
Well,
she
Tommy
listens.
gives her the cassette tape, doesn't he?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Tommy
Tom-
buys it
Yeah.
and gives it to her.
Tommy gives it to her, and then
And
so
then-
yeah,
Kathy slides right in to make sure Tommy doesn't hook up with Ruth. I get
yeah,
their
yeah.
names
That,
mixed
that
up.
it doesn't go anywhere
Or the other way
past that
around,
gift.
maybe? I can't remember.
No, yeah, I think you're right that yeah, Kathy jumps in to break up the tender moment around the tape, and then Ruth spends a lot of time with the tape afterwards, knowing that Kathy and Tommy are together, but she's got the tape as sort of comfort. Um, and there's this undercurrent that gets more pronounced later, but there's this sort of sense that like Ruth doesn't really understand. She sees herself as alien to all of these alien children because maybe she extra doesn't comprehend what she is,
Yeah.
or like she can't reconcile it in a way that a lot of the other kids seem to be like, okay, well we'll still be kids anyway because
And I-
what are we gonna do?
I could be wrong. I know they talk about it in the movie. I don't know if there's actually a scene it, but to be a carer, that's something that they have to like apply for.
Yeah,
So
There's
she
a
also
scene. There's a scene where she does apply for it,
is that yeah. I don't
or
know.
she when they're living at the second place where
yeah, because they
Oh,
go to
that's right.
cottages
That's right.
after school.
Yeah.
I thought it was Domhnall Gleeson, but maybe not because I don't remember seeing his
Is it-
name in the
is it
credits.
after-
No, that was definitely
after-
Don Gleason.
Yeah,
It was
That was
after
him.
the whole like porno magazine kerfuffle where she walks up and she's like, "I want to be a carer."
hmm
Yeah.
yeah,
But
All
that
right,
also
right then, I'll bring the application tomorrow.
that
right,
also
right.
like separates her from the rest of them because like that's a special position. Though I don't know. And I read the book. I and maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't understand the functionality of needing that role. Like why do you need the cattle to have like somebody to look after them. I don't
Because
get it.
it's probably easier for them to be led into stuff by somebody that they know, and they wouldn't be
Yeah.
as scared.
And it
But she's
also,
not,
I
but
think
she's
the
not
thing
with
is,
people. She's not necessarily with people from her class, like in the rest of the movie. Like when
well,
she's
but she
with.
gets to be with someone who they can identify as like, this will happen to you too.
Oh
And I
yeah,
think part of the thing
that's
is,
fair.
I think it's also to Sean's point about capitalism. It's like this is another way of insulating the normies
Oh sure,
who are
that
devouring these people from
Yeah,
ever having to deal with the emotional fallout, right?
that's a much better. Yeah, that's a better explanation. That makes
she's
perfect sense.
the she's the petite bourgeoisie.
Yeah. It's we need someone to take on the grief of this because we don't want to, right?
That makes
So it's
that
like
makes a lot of
if you
sense.
can get the talking cow to slaughter the other cows kind of situation. Um, so yeah, so they after they leave Hailsham, um, they end up going to the cottages and they meet Donald Gleason and his girlfriend and they start watching TV for the first time. And I think this is one of my favorite scenes in the movie because they're watching TV together and because they've never consumed television and have no idea about the outside world, they are all struggling to know when to laugh and what to
This
do
is
when they're
this is
watching it.
also this is also me watching Friends with people that like Friends. I'm just like, oh, ha 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 ha. Like I don't, I don't get
He
it.
ordered an even bigger coffee. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's really well done because it kind of it shows them in this like okay now they get to be adults and we have at this point flash forward to now we have Andrew Garfield, Keira Knightley, and Carey Mulligan as the actors. Um, so they're allowed to like hang out here and basically they're just kind of in I don't know like they're as completely free range as possible. They just get food delivered. They make food for themselves. They can go on day trips as long as they're back. There's a cool sci-fi detail to the way they did this movie where all of these old British, like old English countryside locations have just like a little wristband scanner at the doorway that they always
Yeah.
have to scan their wrist badges
It's a
because they're being
clever
constantly surveilled.
Yeah. It's a clever way of answering the question. There's a lot of stuff like this in this movie, but the clever way of answering the question, why don't they just run away?
Yeah. Yeah, because they are there, and it doesn't ever have to be like nobody has to do a beginning of Suicide Squad like you have a collar around your neck that can blow you up if you get out of here. It's just like no, they have to do this, and they're used to it now because it's the only thing they've known.
Man, imagine if David Ayer directed this.
Oh my God.
What are
Can
we?
you
Some
imagine?
kind of no. What's the? God damn it!
Oregon
Never mind.
farm?
I blew. Yeah, I blew it.
They'll never let us go, Kathy.
uh, so yeah, so they're hanging out. They
Oh shit! Are these real organs? You must be crazy.
So one of the things that happened that we alluded to already is there's Kathy discovers a bunch of well, okay, so um, Kathy and Tommy are like hot and heavy, so they're just like going at it. There's a lot of teen sex stuff happening, and Ruth is tuning it out by listening to her tapes, and she's the odd person out because there's five people in the house and she's not fucking.
Yeah.
And at
We've all
one
been there.
point, someone I can't remember. She finds all the porno in like the trash can outside, but I can't remember why it was there off the top of my
Yeah.
head.
I don't remember either,
But she
yeah,
finds that and she takes it to a barn and she's like flipping through it frantically. And Kathy comes in, or Ruth comes in. Ruth comes in and is like chiding her about it because she thinks that she's doing it because she's horny and jealous. Because Ruth kind of can only think of herself. And we get a nice note later that Tommy understands that she's doing it because she wants to know where she came from and she thinks that her mom might be one of the people in the porno magazine because the clone people are probably made not from the incredibly wealthy, but rather from people who are readily available to clone.
Yeah, this is something they get more into in the book too, that they're not made from good stock, which makes a lot of sense. Like they're going to be made from castaways and people
Well,
like
I have a question then. Like, if they're clones that are made from other people, like, I thought it was supposed to be like an island situation. All right, now I'm kind of losing the plot here. But like, wouldn't rich people have clones of themselves made, not like clones
Like
of
Gattaca?
hookers made? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or the island, like you said. Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
I think it's more my assumption of how the system works, and I can't remember how well this is covered in the book, is that it's like, hey, look, we're in the same way that you would be making like fake meat in a laboratory, they're
Yeah.
just like, who will come in and take the $50 to donate their genetics so we can clone them? And so people who will do that will come in off the street to do it, and it's just for organs and blood type. And so it's not about making a clone of yourself to replace your parts. It's just about like
Gotcha. Okay.
there is an
Yeah.
infinite amount of organs available because they're just being farmed constantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Kathy's going through the porno magazines and she's having kind of a frantic, sad moment. Everything here is like quiet tension in a very like British but heartbreaking way.
The British do dystopian much better than Americans.
Yeah, this and Children of Men as two great examples.
Oh yeah.
As much as it's not loved on the show, to an extent, V for Vendetta.
Yeah, not loved at all.
No, not
Well,
loved,
it's just-
but their dystopian V for Vendetta's dystopian Britain. It looks fucking terrifying.
It looks
Or it's
great.
also 'cause England just looks like shit generally. It's all gray and fucked up and old looking.
Beans
Yeah,
on
that's
to-
true.
Beans on toast seems like a Fallout meal anyway. They love that shit.
So then someone believes that they saw Donald Gleason says like that they think that they saw Ruth's original in town, and so she gets all excited.
Which really threw me off because that led me to believe that they were going to be exact clones and they were going to see like Keira Knightley,
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
which didn't really jive with like the next lines where they're like, they wouldn't clone us from good people, they clone us from bad people. But like, what were you expecting to look like? I don't.
Yeah,
I,
but
that
they're all
part
like,
didn't really make sense to me.
I mean, but they're also super naive and don't really understand just about anything. So they're like children in a way. You know what I mean? They're just kind of they're kind of
I mean, I guess
grasping
so.
at
And
straws.
even Dom Hall Gleason and his girlfriend, who you're supposed to think are kind of the experts, are still
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like
barely-
worldly, but they're still living on they're dreaming of Santa Claus, right?
Well,
Like-
like a way worse movie has them meet one of their originals, and you have that whole like Frost Nixon scene where they're like talking to each other about why did you do it and all this other shit.
Oh.
That would have just, I think, killed the movie dead.
And
Yeah,
I
agreed.
think what's really powerful about the scene too is that like Keira Knightley has this incredible false hope that maybe she is from good stock. Maybe something happened. And that because it all speaks to this opportunity for a way out. Like if I can see my person in the real world and they're not a trashed mess, they will have to have empathy, right? And I will get away from this. It's not said, but I mean that's kind of the way I think about it. Is it's
Yeah,
just
I
like
agree.
you're always looking for these like ways to avert your death sentence that you're as you're getting older, you're just thinking about it more. So yeah, so that turns out to be a completely different lady. But it was really cool to see like a travel agency on film because that is such a quaint notion
Yeah.
now, the idea of just having that much going on. Um, so yeah, then they go to a diner. They have the cute scene where nobody knows how to order food, so they all just order whatever Donald Gleason orders. And then Donald Gleason and his girlfriend are like, "Hey, so you guys are from Hailsham, and we heard that couples could get deferrals if they could prove that they love each other enough. Is that true? Like that's something that you guys get to do. Is that something you can hook us up with the person who does that?" And so you will come to understand that there's this elaborate network of these clone schools where all these people are telling each other different stories about ways to get around what they're for, right?
Yeah.
And so they have to break it to them that like they don't know anything about it and they don't think that's real. And both of their hope shattering is also really well acted, and just really really sad. So then, yeah, so Kathy starts her carer training or whatever. She ends up leaving. Um, and then we kind of flash forward a little bit more where they've been separated for a while. Kathy's been a
10
carer.
years, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think it's
because now she's in her 30s. Yeah, so she's been a carer for a while. She's helped a lot of people through this, and then one day she walks in, and Keira Knightley is there, and she's been through her first or she's heard that it must be her second because she had heard that she had done her first and she didn't do well.
yeah.
And like the organ donation stuff that we're talking is like they just have like a huge scar on their side because an entire lung has been removed or your liver's gone or whatever. Like we're
Yeah,
you know.
they're literally just like parting them out. Like they're just, and I think they mention, I think they say most of them don't make it past like their third, I think is what they say generally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, she and Ruth kind of reconnect. They end up hearing about like a boat that's like sitting on land near like on the countryside or whatever. So they think to go to Tommy, and I can't remember what the significance of the boat was. But there was something about that. I think it might be more spelled out in the book. But they all get together again, and Tommy's had one or two donations also, but he's like looking, I mean, he looks frail as fuck, but he seems
Yeah, he looks-
stronger than Ruth does by quite a bit.
Ruth is in rough shape. Like Ruth is not doing well. Like she's in real bad shape. And she's like on a walker and like she's not doing great.
Yeah. So they're all sitting on the beach like catching up and apologizing to each other basically. Like Ruth admits that she only really like was with Tommy because she didn't want to be alone, and like she ends up telling them that she wants Tommy and Kathy to get a referral because they were always in love with each other, and it's unfair that they didn't get a chance to have any time to explore that. So she gives them like Madam's address, and they start talking. There's been a something about the art before of like if your art's good enough, it proves something that you are worthy of a deferral. Like they can tell based on your art that you're in love with someone is kind of what Tommy's mindset is, which doesn't make a lot
I
of
hope
sense,
that's not
but it's
true
fine.
because if my art shows that, that means I'm in love with Garfield.
Well, I mean, who isn't in love with Garfield?
true.
He hates Mondays as much as we do.
And he loves lasagna.
Ack.
Uh,
Wait, that's Kathy.
That's Kathy.
yeah, but I mean, there's a Kathy in the movie, so it works.
Similar art
He never
style.
says act though.
Oh God,
Uh,
just wait for Kathy, the movie on Netflix.
You remember
Hopefully
there was an animated series of that for a while, right?
Yeah.
She made that Kathy Geisoy made like tens of millions of dollars off all those mugs and all that other bullshit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just off of like the general like I look like shit and feel like shit and this is my
Oh,
my
I can't
character.
have that piece of pie, 4 panels.
We can't have nice things. So yeah, she wishes them luck, and then she ends up going for her next donation, and she passes away. So Kathy and Tommy then finally are able to be in a relationship. They make out, they sleep together, and Kathy ends up becoming Tommy's carer, and they concoct this thing that like we're gonna take your artwork to Madam, we're gonna explain that we're in love, and we're gonna get a deferral. So they go to the house, they basically like, oh hey, here everybody's surprised to see them because they're not sort of supposed to exist in this way. Like it's interesting because it's this very like just being invisible people as a
Yeah.
concept, and how
Well, they kind of set up Kathy does recon because she has a car.
right.
Because as a carer, she has to drive around like the whole country, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know what it's supposed to be. She's been doing recon to find out where the what's her name lives.
Yeah, where Madam
Well,
lives.
I think it also is, and I might be reading too much into this. It might be meant to imply that I keep on saying Havisham. What is the name of the house?
Hailsham.
Havisham's fine.
The Hailsham kids are running out. Like they are almost all extinct because it's like we used to get a lot more of you, and we
Yeah.
haven't seen any in a while. So I'm wondering if that just means that that supply is starting to run out, because it does kind of jibe with some of the stuff they say later about what was unique about that home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think you're spot on. I think that's like yeah, everything from like halfway through the movie through the end is just like one sad revelation after
Well,
another.
there's also, I forget who says it. I think it's Andrew Garfield, but there's like a drop line about how like Hallstrom is gone, but like the new houses are like more desolate. They talk about it in the book a lot more, but like basically there's been a sea change, and it goes into this scene we're about to talk about. But like there was like changes in like the philosophy of what these clone people are, and now like currently they're still out there, but like they don't have like a fancy boarding school anymore. Like I in my sick head, I want to see what like the fucked up Oregon child slavery
Want
house looks like.
the fucking Odd World Abe's Odyssey fucking
Well, there's a
Oregon
book
farm?
there's a book I really like called Tender is the Flesh, which I highly recommend. It's a dystopian book that's about basically like there's this like plague that kills like all like meat animals like chickens and cows and stuff, and they make it so you can't eat like animal meat anymore. So then they pass this law where you can eat human meat, but they have like human meat plants, and that's like the whole book. It's really fucking good, and I highly recommend it. But like it kind of like that like little tease of that, I was like, that's kind of what I want to see. But that's because I'm sick and twisted. I'm all messed up. I'm all messed up, you know.
That's
That's
why
why I'm this.
you have a
That's why I
damage
have
tattoo
this
on your
damage
forehead.
tattoo on my
Yeah.
forehead. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing I think about with the like the difference between what Hailsham was and the shift in the kind of places where the clones are raised, it's very aligned to like the way we treat immigrants and deal with immigrants,
Oh
right? Like
yeah.
there are phases where you get a slightly better immigrant detention center, and then you get a we're punishing you for being an immigrant detention
Yeah.
center. And this
Yeah.
is kind of that thing, right? It's this pull
It's
between
the
the
anti-homeless bench versus the anti-homeless bench with the rainbow flag on it.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, I think to the credit of the Hailsham thing, like it's implied that they care a little bit more, that they really were hoping that this would be a meaningful thing societally and advocate. Um,
Like it does, like there is kind of like a curious bit where and I know I'm kind of skipping to it, but or we didn't get the art to look in your soul. We wanted to see if you had souls at all, but like
yeah.
to what end? Like are they, because they're still selling them for meat, so like to be curious about whether or not they're people and then still like sell them for organs is like incredibly dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's where I want to hope that the movie's saying that they were kind of like we can change the system from the inside people and it
Yeah.
didn't work. Um and so they've reached this point where they're near the end of their lives as well and realizing like, oh, cynically, yeah, this sucks. Like at best all we could do was prove you had souls and we couldn't even do that right.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Well, that's what
they
I feel like. That's what the scene reads to me. Like it feels like they kind of realize like what they've been doing the whole time and feel like guilty about it.
well,
You
and
know,
just probably like I don't know how many like if if any of us were a teacher and you had to have all these like former elementary school students come in and be like, "Oh yeah, you're going to be dead in a couple of days because,"
right.
and I couldn't do anything about it because nobody thought that you were real and I thought that I might be able to prove you were real, but I couldn't because nobody
But then
cares.
there is that line that the teacher says, the head teacher or whatever, where she's like, "Well, what are you going to do? Tell people that that cancer's back, and like tell
Yeah.
people that they got to die at 60 or whatever." Like it's an interesting like moral question. You know what I mean? But
Oh
it,
yeah.
it's
Well,
yeah.
yeah, it's yeah, it's that and it is the capitalism thing that Sean brought up. It's like, hey, if we make an innovation, somebody's gonna have to be churned.
Yeah,
You get
and
you get ground up because
and
that's how the
Yeah,
innovation
especially
I
works.
mean, I'm sorry you don't have any water, but what are we going to do? Not have golden retrievers firing rocket launchers on Instagram?
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And especially if you can make a lesser class of people so we don't have to worry about them. You know what I mean? It happens all the time. It's
Yeah.
happening
There's a
now.
Yeah, in Transmetropolitan, there's a restaurant chain called Long Pig. I mean, it's not really like a plot of the book, but they grow people with like no, they do something to their brainstem. So basically, they're like alive technically in like the Matrix sense of the word, just to be harvested for meat, which
Yeah.
honestly seems a little bit more humane than what they're doing in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, so they find out the truth and they're not going to get a deferral and it's all over and Tommy breaks down in grief. There's a screaming in the road kind of scene that's really powerful. Um, and Tommy goes in to do his fourth donation and he dies. And so then Kathy goes and
Yeah,
is just
fast
sort of
forwards. This is the scene that opened the movie.
yeah,
Because I don't
yeah.
think you see Andrew Garfield on the table in the very first scene, but she's at like which also seems incredibly cruel. She's at like the operating theater and she's got to watch him, but I guess that's like probably her choice. I guess to see his
Yeah.
last moments, but goddamn, like ugh,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
So she sees him die and then she's like out
You know what the scene needed?
contemplating what she'd
She,
lose.
Carrie Mulligan should be like, man, I really could use a hot dog, and that guy goes, hot dog,
Are you just following Carrie Mulligan around?
lady. This Carrie Mulligan's putting my kids through college.
That would have made the movie better. Yeah, yeah, and then it's contemplating basically just like, hey, I won't ever forget these people even though they're gone and I will
Well,
she also gets
it's
her
so
notice that she has to
sad.
start donating.
It's so sad because like she talks about how she dreams about, going to this place where all the things she lost shows up, but they can only get so far. Like even in her own fantasy, like she's not allowed to
Yeah.
like imagine something like good. It's just slightly better than what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she ends at a fence similar to the fence that you couldn't go past to get out of Hailsham.
Really great imagery, and I will say again to compare it to the book, it's exactly the way the book ends,
Yeah.
and it's translated very well to the screen. Like I thought that they did an amazing job at transposing that scene from screen to page or from page to screen. I thought it was amazing. Like I thought they did a wonderful job at that. They're overall this is a very good adaptation of the book. Like I thought again, there's little things like Nate said it, like, and Sean, this is something you always say. This is something that would have been better suited for a TV show. So let some of the stuff breathe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a really good adaptation of the book.
I think once I realized that Alex Garland wrote the screenplay, I was like, that makes sense because he does not suffer like shit just kind of puttering around in movies. It's like, we got to get to the fucking point, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but that's the movie.
That's the movie.
This is gonna be a tough one.
And did we all cry from the movie?
I did not, but I
Okay.
I have no soul, so
I could have, but didn't.
yeah,
All
I
right.
could have, but yeah, no, I yeah, no,
That's all right.
I
There's ways to
Luckily
express
for
emotion.
me-
I cried. No, I've cried. I fucking cried on the show, motherfucker.
We cried at Ghost Story.
I cried at Ghost Story. That
Oh
movie,
yeah,
that movie
man.
broke
Ghost
me.
Story is
That movie-
probably Ghost Story is even harder emotionally, I
That
think,
movie,
because it's so
God.
desperate.
that
Yeah,
movie just wrecked my ass. I think I
I
cried
thought-
during The Fountain too. If I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
I think a couple of us did. I think I was about to cry during Full Metal Alchemist, the live action, but I just fell asleep for like an hour. Nate, we watched that movie together, and I legit fell asleep. I think for 30 minutes. Nobody woke me
It
up.
was so bad. Anime is really good.
Luckily for me, like I work every day in a system where children are ground into nothingness, so like I
Yeah.
didn't cry this time. So I guess I'm kind of immune to it.
This is a tough one. Alec, was
Was your favorite part of the movie that
The
Spider-Man was in it?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, did you like the? Were you waiting for him to spin his webs?
Yeah, that would have been great. More
Alec,
I think he got completed.
Oh
shit.
no.
Oh, did I?
Oh,
Oh, you're back.
Say that again. Now you're good. You're good.
Yeah. I had to mute it for a second because the dogs were going nuts.
Oh shit.
Yes,
Did you
my
like-
favorite thing was that Spider-Man was in it.
Hell yeah.
We talked a lot about this movie's really good. I really like
This had,
this movie.
As I was looking through everybody's IMDb's, faggot. Next week, both Andrew Garfield and Carey Mulligan were both, some of their first roles were both in Doctor Who.
Oh no shit! I didn't know that.
I already
wow.
have
Andrew,
I believe it's my turn, and you guys are not gonna be happy. But go on.
Andrew Garfield is in
Even me?
the
Oh,
Pig
especially
Man episode,
Oh, I like that episode. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
and Carey Mulligan is Susie Sparrow and the Weeping Angels, which is maybe the best
Oh, I
episode
love
of the
that
show.
episode.
That's
a great
great.
episode.
Okay.
Might be the best episode of that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the best episodes. Yeah, that's fantastic. So yeah, do we got anything else to add before we get into Five Knuckle Shuffles?
No, I think we just get into it.
Yeah. We can get
Yeah.
into it.
Sean.
8.
Yep.
I thought this was a really good movie. I thought it was very affecting. It didn't bother me, maybe because I didn't read the book, that they left a lot of the kind of world building out. I didn't think it really needed it. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I can also see that.
Yeah. I think it works better as a movie. I think if you spend 45 minutes with them learning how to do dishes and shit, and like I'm not like as interested in that. Or if you explore the outside world at all, I'm even less interested in that. I think this movie works better because you're only seeing everything like strictly through their point of view.
Yeah.
But like the thing with, that they're not going to escape because they're conditioned and they have chips, but they don't talk about it. Like when you see Andrew Garfield kind of like struggling to breathe, like, oh, he got his lung taken out. They don't have to say it. You know what I mean? Like eventually you see the scars, but you kind of know what's going on. I was, again, and it's because I'm slow, was a little bit confused about the whole cloning. Like, I don't know. I guess you can get organs forever. That's the whole point of organ donation. But I thought it was going to be like, a rich people getting themselves cloned, like a Gattaca, an island, the whatever. But that's more my fault than the movie. But I don't. It's not the most dramatically shot movie, I guess, would be the only like real complaint I have. Like it can be kind of static, but it's a movie with people just talking basically. So, but I think it's pretty propulsive. I thought it was really good. It was sad, so it's an 8. Alec. Show
It's
me
also
potato
8.
salad. Okay.
That two scenes that like
What was your
were
number? I didn't hear your number.
8.
Hell yeah.
The first scene where Keira Knightley dies on the table and like she just dies. There's no like resuscitation attempts. Like you're like, oh, she's just livestock.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking rough. Like her heart stops or whatever, and they're just still taking out her organs. Like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. Get
And
them out quick.
They start cleaning up around her, but not actually like doing anything with her body. Like she's just probably going into like a mass incinerator.
Yeah.
When they're done, and then like Andrew Garfield and Carey Mulligan when they're in the house with the woman, just Andrew Garfield not getting it, and Carey Mulligan like trying to like gently explain it to him, but he's just like not understanding and just keeps trying to push. Like, man, that is rough. That's like the roughest scene I've seen in a movie in a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, because the moment he starts like picking his drawings up when he's got it, and you can, I don't know, like I could channel that feeling in myself where it's just like, oh, okay, like this is fully rejected and terrible, and I have to somehow get all of this
and then
embarrassment out of here at the same time as
and like the co-headmistress is like, well, we'll take your things and we'll put them with the others, and you could tell he's just like, no, like, I'm taking my shit with me. This is awful. I'm done. I didn't know anything about the movie before watching it, so the title made me think it was going to be a really boring British period piece, but it was not that. So, Thank you, Nate.
Hey, all right.
Nate cracked the Alec code.
Yay!
I need sad British dystopian movies. Like
you do love dystopias. That has
been a pretty easy genre to find.
Dystopias have been proven to be the Alec genre because I feel like you've liked every dystopian movie that we've watched,
which is funny because you're so wholesome.
What's that Australian one that you These Final Hours.
Final
What a
Hours.
fucking great
Oh,
movie that
mhm.
was.
That is a good
That
movie.
was so good.
Yeah, it's an 8 for me as well. I I I really, like I told you guys over text, I remember this movie being like lighter in the early going than it really was. But it's really affecting. I think you've all hit it on the head. Like it's just the way, like how subtly it's written is really helpful, and this is kind of a treatise to for literally anybody trying to write science fiction that's character based and interesting, is to not spend a bunch of time being like, and this is the way the system works. Like just have people existing in the system and show how terribly bleak it is to interact with it. I everybody's well cast, everybody's good in it. Like I think it's maybe best performances from Keira Knightley and Carey Mulligan at
Yeah,
least.
I mean, I couldn't really
Um,
think of a good Keira Knightley performance, and she's great in this movie. She's really good.
like where because she's not playing like the it girl. She's like just playing a really vulnerable human being. Yeah, it's just really good, and it doesn't lean too far in any direction. Like it doesn't play Hailsham like what's the creepy mystery about this?
Yeah.
It doesn't lean on a bunch of like genre crutches. It just
Well,
sort of is like
not to keep hammering this, but I feel like the book kind of does. Like
yeah,
they kind of act like there's a lot more mystery in the
because they
school than yeah.
because the build up to finding out what's going on is like twice as long in the book.
Yeah, exactly.
Functionally. And yeah, because what I love about the movie is that Sally Hawkins just is like, hey, nobody's telling you the truth about what you are, and this is what you are, and this sucks, and I'm sorry that I'm telling you, and I'm not supposed to tell you. But she's also like, you can tell she's about to cry when she's doing it because she just can't. This is like,
Yeah, I mean
you
it's
envision
one of
this
those things
person
I
who's like, she thought like, oh, cool, I'll go be like a young teacher and I'll help this marginalized group of people. And then she realizes like, oh, there's no helping. Like
yeah.
this is a lost cause situation, and I have to tell them at least. I have to do something to unburden myself. Um, and I don't know if I don't know if that makes her a villain or not. Like I go back and forth on that because there is something that's important about them finding out, but there's also something that's tragic about her being the one to
Telling yeah.
pull the wool away from their eyes when they
Well,
could
I
have
mean,
just been
the thing
raised
is,
more directly about it.
they do know eventually. Like by the
Yeah.
time, like, because Domhnall Gleeson and that group, they were in a different house, but they know what they are at a certain point. But like when they find out is not. I mean, besides our main characters, like in the book, that's not really clear either. So like that's an interesting thing. Also, like that whole dynamic of like when they actually know and like if they should know. Like it's very. I don't know. It's interesting. Like I think like the way, and again, I referenced that other book that I was talking about, Tender as the Flesh. The way that we as a society can collectively dehumanize people so that we're more comfortable is like kind of scary.
Yeah.
And I mean, both these stories, like again, I don't even keep talking about Tender as the Flesh, but that's kind of the point of that book too. Um, it's a lot more horrific. It's like very, very, very graphic, but that's the ending of that book. It's a fucking gut punch, but it's the same thing. Like, how much are we willing to sacrifice our humanity as a society to feel comfortable? And that's interesting, and it's
Yeah.
also very poignant, and it fucking look at the world right now. Like
Yeah.
think about
All
the
over.
fucking political climate we're in, and throughout the world, where it's just like, well, as long as we have lesser people, we'll feel better about ourselves, and
Well,
it's
and
just
and to live in an era where it's, I mean, and this is pervasive through history, but
sure, of
especially
course,
now to be like the comfort level that a lot of people need is just to believe that people are being punished
yeah,
unnecessarily. Like
yeah.
they don't have any actual interactions with
Well,
anybody who's causing them any direct harm, and they probably
it's
know
it's
the
that thing where
opposite.
like it's that thing where like the prospects and everything are so bleak that like people can't imagine a better future. So the best they can imagine is somebody suffering more than they are.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, the last thing I'll say before I pass it to you, TJ, is that the we didn't go over the fact that their names are Kathy H, Tommy D, and Ruth C, and all the kids just have a last initial, but it's never a name
Yeah,
because
yeah,
and
I
you
thought they
know,
were just Italian.
Oh, or it's a Kafka reference.
but
That's
and it probably is a Kafka reference, knowing the author, but the the notion that like when you first start that, you think to elementary school, and it's like, well, there must be another Kathy, another Tommy, and another Ruth in this class, and so they just go by this. But you kind of come to realize like, no, nobody has any last names. Like these
Yeah.
are,
Well,
it's almost like this is the H Kathy. So there's a
right.
Kathy
It's
A, a
the
Kathy B,
sequence.
a Kathy
Yeah.
C,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
on to Kathy H now. So
yeah.
yeah, TJ.
It's an 8 for me, dog. I'll go 8s across the board. The only reason it's not a 10 is I don't know. I think Sean mentioned it. If I had to this is just me nitpicking because I do think the movie is really good. I do think it's filmed kind of boring. Like I
Mhm.
don't I think like the look of this movie isn't the greatest. Like I've not that like you need like sweeping, Odyssey style
It
like
does a lot of
landscape.
wistful indie movie of the early
I
2000s stuff that doesn't really
I could have used
hold
a
up.
little bit more dynamic direction, especially with like most of these scenes are just A to B people talking. And I feel like some of it, again, I feel like the acting and the dialogue carries the movie, but sometimes I was getting a little bored with it. I'm not gonna lie. I like the overarching story, but like just I feel like and to Sean's point, I feel like the movie moves at a good clip. I was never bored at the pacing of the movie. I just felt like some of the framing and some of the way that things were put together kind of flat. Like
It's
very
just
like
it's so gray and like
yeah,
saturated. It like makes you sleepy almost.
it's
Yeah.
very like TV shot is the best way I can describe it. Like
Yeah.
it's not very dynamic. And again, I'm nitpicking because I did like the movie, but the only reason it stays out of like 9, 10 contention is that but other than that, like I like the story a lot. I think it's very interesting. Like we've talked about the death, so I'm not gonna rehash it too much, but I love what the message is trying to say, and I love the world and how society is so quick to be able to be like, well, fuck these guys. Like, I don't care if we're like to Sean's point to the transmetropolitan thing. Like, okay, we can breed like human stock, but like we're gonna make like full on people, and we're even gonna like play like we're gonna humor them a little bit because we're gonna teach them and let them live just a tiny little bit, but then we're gonna just still like gut them and steal their organs and eyeballs. And because remember, the first person Carrie Mulligan sees as a carer that you find, she has like one of her eyes taken out,
Hmm.
which I don't know why, but that's just to me like obviously like getting your lung taken out or your liver or whatever is terrible, but like having to be blinded like just seems so cruel and horrible to me. Like I don't know, that's just such a I don't know. Your vision is so important. It's such a part of
Well,
being alive.
the eyes are the window to the soul, and since they're
Well,
not
that's
sure if they have souls yet,
also true.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well
That
said.
girl's eye was the window to nothing.
yeah,
yep.
well, yeah. But
Yeah.
I really like this movie. I thought that the performances were fantastic. I mean, this movie lives and dies on the performances because it's such, to Sean's point, it's such a close story, and we're really just stuck with our main cast of characters, and they do such a good job at these characters like inside and out, and you feel so hopeless for them like immediately. Like as the audience, their fate, but it's like they've been in such a cage, you know what I mean? Like they haven't really grown, they haven't really lived. They're still in a lot of ways, they're still the same children they are in the very beginning of the movie because
Yeah.
they're not allowed to live. And that's I don't know, man, that is such a powerfully sad thing, you know what I mean? To be in that constant state of like arrested development and to still
Hey, that's the
have
name of the show.
and that's the name of it. But to still have like the thing is, I think the movie does a good job, and without being too over dramatic or silly, like they know there's more to life than what they have, and they want it, but they don't know how to get it. And they know, I think it's not only they don't know how to get it, but they know they're not going to have it,
Yeah.
and that is soul crushing. You know what I mean? Like you're killing a person, like that's crazy. And I don't know. I thought this was really, really fucking good. And I really like Alex Garland. We've talked about him a lot. The only thing that he's kind of missed on was Civil War. He's a great writer, and 28 years later wasn't great for me. But I mean, I still really like him as a writer. I think he's really interesting, and I thought this was a solid movie, and I'm glad you brought it up, Nate, because I'd never heard of this fucking movie, and I love Alex Garland. Like I was always like, oh, his secret good film is fucking Dread, but I didn't have any idea that this existed. So I really liked it. It is really sad, but Andrew Garfield, who is our thread for this movie, he's fantastic. Like he's so good in this fucking movie. Like he's really good. Keira Knightley's really good. Carey Mulligan is fantastic. Like it's just, again, it's a three-hander, and they're just all so strong in the whole thing. And I should say, even the thing I was worried about when this movie, because I read the book after I watched the movie. When this movie opened with like kids, I'm like, oh god, here we go.
No, the kids are good. The kids are good too.
Usually, kid actors is death. Talking to the audience, that's always death.
The kids are all right.
No, the kid actors in this movie are good, and they feel realistic. The kid scenes are very well done. I just really like this movie, and I'm always a sucker for the tragic romance. I mean, Sean and I have talked about fucking
tragic romance.
Yeah, I like that, and In the Mood for Love and 2046. Car Y. Why can't I figure the fucking name?
Car Y. You got it.
Yeah, I love his movies, and that's like every one of his movies is about a fucking doomed romance, and I'm a sucker for that shit. And this is like ultimate doomed romance, and it's got like a sci-fi twist. I thought it was really good. More people should watch this movie. I thought it was really great. It's I say this all the time with like kind of lesser known movies that we talk about on the show. Like for the 5 people that listen to the show, hopefully somebody will watch this because it's really fucking good, and I'm glad I watched it. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked it.
I really liked it. Like I said, I thought it was great. Sean, you said you got a pick, and we're all gonna hate it.
Yeah, well, Sally Hawkins is in a movie with what's his name, Jesse Eisenberg, called The Double.
Oh, I love that movie.
Which is what you want me to say,
but
in actuality, Keira Knightley plays Natalie Portman in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
God damn it. We got to watch Episode 1.
No.
Damn it.
Oh, this is podcasting. We're going to have so much fun.
I thought Keira Knightley was just in the second one.
Nope.
She's in the first one?
She's in the first one, yeah.
Motherfucker. I thought you were going to pick The Double. I love that movie.
No, it's a great okey doke.
Damn it. You son of a bitch. Have you ever seen The Double? It's really good.
Yeah, I love that movie. I think it's based off a Dostoevsky book.
It is. It's very good. Damn it. We got to watch episode
on your own time.
Motherfucker, we got to watch episode 1. Oh, well, we did watch episode 2, so I guess that makes sense.
Are you an angel? We can take our Sebulba for a walk. It'll be fun.
I'll give you credit. It is a movie we'll have a lot to fucking talk about.
Yeah, oh yeah.
God,
yeah, we're going to have fun.
Also, this is going to test my theory because I've said this a million times. Episode 1 is the best of those 3.
Well, we'll see.
We're going to see. I stand by that right now because Attack of the Clones is trash. Revenge of the Sith is trash. Episode 1 has the pod racing scene, which is good. It's got Duel of the Fates, the lightsaber. Duel of Fates is great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even the stupid Starfighter scene isn't terrible.
We'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
That's it. Try spinning. That's a good trick. Are you an angel? Oh God. Oh God. Fuck you, man. God damn it. I hate it because I want to be more against it, but it is a very good pick for the show.
It's another film about a child who is taken from one kind of slavery into another.
But George Lucas has a very odd, slavery in the Star Wars universe is very strange.
Let's not talk about George Lucas's just thoughts on slavery in general.
Yeah, for real. He sold Star Wars to white slavers for $4 billion. Yeah, I don't think you understand slavery, George. Also, real quick, and I'm sure we'll bring it up next week. George Lucas a big fan of AI filmmaking because, of course, he fucking is.
Yeah.
Lazy son of a bitch. All right, everybody, that's the
fan of,
show.
I was gonna
Accents.
suggest a Dune movie.
A Dune movie.
Yeah, because the
One of the sci-fi ones.
the
The Sci-Fi
headmistress.
Channel one.
No, the
Oh.
headmistress plays the Reverend Mother something in Villeneuve's Dunes.
Oh no shit. No, we gotta watch episode 1. We gotta suffer
No, we gotta watch
this.
the original desert space epic.
Yeah. God damn it.
Every Skywalker
Well,
saga has this.
I am excited to see Watto, my favorite Star Wars character.
Peruvian, eh?
I do. I legit love Watto. Movie in it. I'm Trinidadian. Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money. That guy rocks. Watto rocks. And we get Sebulba, Sean's favorite character.
What do you want? 2 states? No.
We get the
This
racist.
boy was promised to me 3,000 years ago.
We also get the racist Chinese aliens.
Mhm.
That's the show. Bye, everybody.
That's the worst.
But
Oh, do you think they're going to be an attack?